Well, a meteor shower is basically a burst of lights streaking through the night sky. They're really pieces of asteroids or comets that are hitting the Earth's atmosphere and getting very hot as they come through the atmosphere. This week, we're experiencing the Geminid meteor shower, which comes around every year in December. And you can see it if you're in a place with a dark, clear night sky and basically look up. We have observed an amazing cluster of stars with the Hubble Space Telescope. It's called M79 or Messier 79. This cluster has over 150,000 stars kind of gravitationally collected near each other. Beautiful colors of reds and blues. These are pretty old stars. Most of them are over 10 billion years old, the cluster is. You can see this cluster with your own telescope if you know where to look in the night sky. It's near the constellation Orion. But the Hubble image gives you a lot more detail you can compare with, and so we encourage you to look at our new image. You can find it at nasa.gov/Hubble. December is a lovely time to look at the night sky. The air is cold and crisp and dry, and that's a wonderful time for astronomy. So in the night sky, you can see nebulae, these kind of fuzzy gas clouds. You can see, of course, stars. You can also see galaxies. And all these phenomena, including star clusters, have been observed with Hubble as well. You can see many of these from a catalog that's known popularly by astronomers as the Messier catalog. There are like 110 objects in this catalog of stellar or cosmic objects that many amateur astronomers enjoy looking at with their telescopes. Hubble has looked at many of these objects as well, and we've posted all those Hubble images of the Messier objects on the Hubble website, nasa.gov/Hubble. So it's a fun challenge for backyard astronomers to look for these objects with their own telescopes and then compare with the Hubble images of those same objects. I think anyone can be an astronomer. You simply need to take time at night to go out and look up, especially on a clear night. Take time to look at the stars. I enjoy just looking at the moon with the naked eye and seeing the detail. Binoculars are the next step. You can see a lot of detail you would never have imagined on the moon just with binoculars. You can also see Jupiter and its inner moons with binoculars. And of course, you can see some of the other planets and stars. Then the next step would be to get a small telescope before working up to the more pricey ones. We also encourage people to join a local astronomy club. Most cities and localities have astronomy groups. It's fun to connect with them, learn about the night sky before you invest in more expensive equipment. And of course, the nicest astronomy, I think, is just to find a dark sky. That's getting more challenging these days, but find a dark place and just look up and enjoy the grandeur of the night sky and the universe that we're a part of. You can learn more about all of the Hubble Space Telescope observations, even find out what Hubble is observing right now by going to the Hubble website, nasa.gov/Hubble. The Hubble Space Telescope is in fabulous scientific condition right now. It's more powerful scientifically than ever. We've got several working science instruments, cameras, and spectrographs. This is due to the fact that the astronauts have visited Hubble several times over its 27-year operating history and have upgraded it, so it's in great shape, and we expect Hubble will keep bringing great science to us well into the 2020s. Well, it's hard to believe, but Hubble has actually delivered more than 1.3 million observations. Scientists are still scouring the archive of Hubble observations and finding new discoveries and publishing new papers. We have over 15,000 scientific papers that have come out of the Hubble Space Telescope and its observations. So this is truly an incredibly productive facility that's still bringing us tremendous science and tremendously beautiful pictures of the cosmos. We have a really exciting plan ahead for using the Hubble Space Telescope. One is that we are observing the outer planets in our own solar system regularly to see how dynamic the atmospheres are as they change, as we look at Jupiter and Saturn and Neptune and Uranus. We're also looking at the atmospheres of planets outside our solar system. We call these planets exoplanets. We didn't even know there were any exoplanets a few decades ago. Now we know of thousands of them, and Hubble is studying a lot of them to study the compositions of their atmospheres. Farther afield, we're studying very distant galaxies to understand how galaxies formed and changed over the history of our universe. And we're even looking at some very mysterious phenomena, such as very recently gravitational waves were detected. These are distortions in space-time. With ground-based observatories, and we used Hubble to follow up to actually detect radiation coming from the source of these gravitational waves. Turns out the radiation was coming from a pair of merging neutron stars. So we're using the Hubble Space Telescope for all kinds of interesting observations, both near and far, in our magnificent universe. There are many ways that you can engage with the Hubble Space Telescope mission. One is to simply go to our fabulous website, nasa.gov/Hubble. You can learn all about what we're observing with Hubble and see images that Hubble has taken. You can also join our campaign that's called Spot Hubble, where you tell us where you've seen the Hubble Space Telescope in cultural settings, like on clothing and in art and this kind of stuff. We'd love to hear about it. You can also find out about that on our website. We're active on social media, and you can also find out what Hubble is looking at right now if you go to nasa.gov/Hubble, and Hubble itself will tell you what it's looking at any time you want to know.